This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, we mix NorCal final games and baseball games this week. We'll see the thrilling Cupertino Oakland Tech highlights, Mission Battle St. Mary's and the Miramonte girls take on Bishop O'Dowd, plus the season with Pinewood as the girls hit the NorCals.
We'll see the Bellarmine Bells compete for a NorCal title. We dive into baseball with St. Francis and Mountain View and the story of the Liberty basketball star back on the court this season after brain surgery. 49ers Cal High Sports Report starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight in the NorCal basketball playoffs where the Piedmont Hills Pirates bring their 22-6 record to the Division III bracket.
The Pirates taking on the third-seeded San Francisco University Tuesday night in a first-round game. The Pirates hoping for the upset in the game played at Kezar Pavilion in San Francisco.
The Piedmont Hills Pirates getting pumped up to take on the University Red Devils at Kezar Pavilion. Piedmont Hills in possession, Isaac Teferi nailing the shot beyond the arc to put the Pirates on the board. But University goes on a run. Max Fried hits the three ball from the corner to end the first 13-5. The Pirates cutting the deficit with this floater by Elijah Washington, but the Red Devils just don't quit. Christian Hang passes to Fried, who finds Charles Moore in the key for the two-hand slam. University leads it by 10 at halftime. Third quarter now, Moore to Fried, who hits nothing but net from the top of the key. What a shot for University. And Fried knows how to share the ball. He passes to Rocky Cabrera Scarletta, who hits from the top of the key, and that's definitely a sweet spot. It's a 22-point lead for the Red Devils. As we head into the fourth, Jacques McFadden with the layup, and Renzanzi was happy about that one. University wins it 50-31. Max Fried leading all scorers with 19 points.
The Leland Chargers and Stewart Hall Knights meeting at Kezar Pavilion Tuesday night. The Hall taking the lead early on. Miles Amos gets the rebound and sends it to Nigel Burris for the lay-in to end the first. 13-7, the Hall in the lead. Second quarter now, check out this block by Spencer O'Brien Steele to keep it a three-possession game for Stewart Hall. But the Chargers fight to cut the deficit. Fuad Elamu finds Shane McKnight in the paint for the Leland basket. And then it's Elamu again with the assist to Joseph Chen, who hits nothing but net from the corner for the Chargers as they trail by 8 at the half. But it's all Hall from here. Amos with the steal, bringing it coast to coast to lay it in, and the Knights lead the game by 11. Look at the teamwork here on this next play. Burris with the shot. O'Brien still trying to tip it in, but Alex Bird puts it away to beat the shot clock for the Knights, and Amos just has to get in that high five. 2 minutes left in the fourth. Burris drains the three ball for the Knights as Stewart Hall takes this one 60-41. Burris and Amos leading the Hall into round 2 of the NorCal playoffs as the terrific season for the Leland Chargers comes to a close.
The South San Francisco Warriors talking it over with Coach Paul Carrion as they prepare for their matchup against Lynbrook. The Lady Warriors come out shooting. Gabby Natividad drops it in from beyond the arc early in the first. 3 minutes left in the first now. Sarah Ho racing down the court goes up and under for the lay-in. The Vikings trail by 2. 2 minutes left before the half. Natividad takes the pass and drops it in after a beautiful step back. The Warriors up by 10. Seconds later, Eulalie Tololo flies in to steal the ball and then races down the court, laying it in. Warriors up 32-19. Seconds before the half now. Kavitha Thirumaran finds her spot beyond the arc and nails the bucket. The Warriors up by 19 at halftime. We're halfway through the third here. Ho in traffic finds her way to the hoop and lays it in. The Warriors up by 19. But watch this play by the Warriors' Becca Tassi. Tassi comes flying in, denying the shot and passing the ball out. What a play, Becca, and that'll do it. The South San Francisco Warriors top Lynbrook 68-52 and continue on in their postseason.
The Mountain View Spartans hosting the St. Francis Troubadour in the D2 NorCal title. Spartans on the attack. Sydney Arriaga sending it into the goal mouth. It's deflected off the defenders, and Emma Lewis passes it back into the box for Sistine Noel, but keeper Gigi Korwitz protects the net for St. Francis. We head into the second half with no score. Lewis takes control of the ball and shoots, but goalie Gigi knocks it away. Isabella Walker is there for another attempt for the Spartans, but it ricochets off the crossbar. Less than 2 minutes into OT, St. Francis with the corner kick. It's tipped away by the Spartans keeper, but Lindsay Piatanesi is there with a left-footed rocket into the net. That's a golden goal, and the St. Francis Troubadours win it 1-0, taking the NorCal D2 trophy back home to Sacramento.
Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a wrap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Reiche Center.
Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Reiche Center, Cal High Sports. These are the Players of the Week. Woo! Yeah! Check out Kennedy Johnson from Bishop O'Dowd. This sophomore baller really lit up the crowd, scoring 32 points, leading the Dragons in the paint. She let it flow like Toni Braxton. She snagged 12 boards, saying the rock is mine. Her squad beat Miramonte 64-59. Now Bishop O'Dowd is the NCS champ.
Her name rings like ukulele tones. Haley Jones, bringing material like the Daily Show. Her all-around game is her hardwood hallmark, putting up numbers for the Archbishop Mid-Team Monarchs, defeating Pinewood 72-51, making Midi the Open Division champion. Oh yeah, Reiche Center, Cal High Sports. These are your Players of the Week. Big Murphy Trick-or-Treat.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
While finger dislocations are the most common injury to the hand, the exposure of the fingertip in sports leads to other injuries. Mallet finger is an injury to the extensor tendon to the fingertip and leads to a droop or inability to extend the terminal tip, thus resembling a mallet shape. This can occur when hit directly by a ball on the fingertip. It is best treated by a splint that holds your fingertip straight for 6 weeks. Jersey finger, on the other hand, is an injury to the flexor of the fingertip, the flexor digitorum profundus. This leads to the loss of independent fingertip flexion and is best treated by surgical repair. Both injuries can be subtle, so it is important to be evaluated with an exam and an X-ray, as missed injuries can cause problems with future grip strength and fine motor function.
Coming up, the NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game as Angel Jackson and her Salesian squad takes on rival St. Joe's.
And the Liberty basketball player back on the court after brain surgery. Our U.S. Bank Inspirational Athlete feature is next.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Defender twice my size. Bring it. Down by 2? I got this. I love this game as much as the pros. I may not play for the Warriors, but I have the same doctors, teaming up to keep the pros and me at the top of our game.
It's here!
It's here.
Love is in the air at South County of Gilroy and South County of Marin. We've got the biggest Wrangler sales event ever. You won't believe your eyes and definitely will not believe the price. It's crazy, insane, unheard of. New 2018 Wranglers with $5,000 off MSRP. Over 150 Wranglers in stock. 2 doors, 4 doors, it doesn't matter. You pick it, you drive it, you like it, you take it anywhere. Prices don't matter. People do at South County of Gilroy and South County of Marin. Drive a little, save a lot.
We are back at Levi Stadium with a great matchup in the girls' open division with league rivals St. Joseph Notre Dame taking on Salesian.
The teams meeting twice during the league season, splitting the games. This time it's do or die, and it's our Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game, and our Austin Manili was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Tonight's game is a rematch of last week's NCS D3 championship between St. Joseph and Salesian. Now the Pride came out victorious after a back-and-forth battle late in the game to capture their 4th straight sectional title, with Angel Jackson leading the team with 15 points. And tonight the Pilots will be led by their top scorers, Malia Mastora and Zane Duckett, both offensive threats who led the team with a combined total of 715 points this season. The road to the state championship continues here in tonight's Block Construction Blockbuster game.
And Zane Duckett came out firing on all cylinders by giving her team the lead with this deep 3-ball. It's good. Pilots held down on defense with Malia Mastora intercepting the pass and goes up strong for 2 as this game stayed tied at 15 after 1. But the momentum would shift to start the second. Daily Dunn helps dodge the press and gives it to Angel Jackson as the Pride now pulls ahead. Then it's Michaela Edwards showing off her ball handling skills to drain this hook shot as the Pride takes a 3-point lead with 2 minutes left in the half. And with the clock winding down, Zane Duckett throws up this deep 3 to beat the buzzer. It's good. Game is tied at 26-all. Next half, St. Joseph dodging the press with Duckett pushing the ball up court to Mastora, who takes this one up strong for 2. A few minutes later, the Pride trailed, but Angel Jackson would sink this jumper at the elbow. And that momentum would continue as the Pride's Daily Dunn drains this baseline 3-ball in the corner. 34-32, Pride leads. Closing out the third, Talana Lopolo spins her way around defenders for 2. She's a freshman. Pilots take the 1-point lead, but then Michaela Edwards throws up a tray to beat the buzzer off the backboard. Wow! Salesian leads 39-35. Later in the fourth, Anissa Rio capitalizes for the Pride as Salesian moves on to the semifinals of the NorCal playoffs, where they meet the top seed, Archbishop Mitty. Jackson talks to us after the game.
We just trusted each other. We played with poise, played with composure. It was just a great win all around. Our point guards got in and out. We just passed, and we just trusted each other.
In Richmond for the Blockbuster game, I'm Austin Manili, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us inspirational stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Robert, so often in sports, a win or loss comes down to the very last second. Well, Robbie Cleveland from Liberty High School knows all too well how important every second can be. After back-to-back season-ending injuries kept Robbie Cleveland off the basketball court, he could not have been more ready for his senior season.
Exactly. I thought that was the worst thing that could ever happen, is him not being able to play anymore. I mean, for that year, that was nothing compared to what we went through October 5th.
The most traumatic day of my life.
On October 5th, 2018, Robbie was at practice with his AAU basketball team.
I remember playing, and then all of a sudden I felt like tired, and so I walked outside.
He left, he stepped out. And I asked the guys, I said, where's Robbie, you know? And then they said, oh, he's outside throwing up. I called his mom, and I told her to come get him.
And I got over there, and he was on the ground laying down. He was unconscious, and so I was shaking him and calling him, and he wasn't responsive, and so I just started screaming, call 911.
The ambulance arrived, and Robbie was rushed to the nearest hospital.
And they were just like, he's really, really sick. He's really, really sick.
So sick that the hospital couldn't treat him. Robbie was airlifted to John Muir Hospital 30 miles away in Walnut Creek.
I didn't even know that happened.
8 hours after Robbie's collapse, doctors finally had an answer: AVM.
AVM is called an arteriovenous malformation. Without any warning, you can have a bleed from this AVM, where you have an artery going right to a vein.
Some of the arteries and veins in Robbie's head were tangled, and as more and more blood tried to make its way through, pressure built up until a blood vessel ruptured.
It can be catastrophic.
Blood went flowing into Robbie's brain.
The doctor was like, we need to get him in. This is a matter of life or death, and we want to save his life right now.
It took 2 surgeries, one to stop the bleeding.
It was such a large bleed.
And another to repair the AVM.
My head and, praying, like, if he gets up and he is able to see us and know us, I guess I'm gonna be okay with that.
I've never been that scared of anything in my life.
8 hours after surgery, Robbie woke up.
It's the greatest thing that could ever happen to us.
5 days after surgery, Robbie was walking.
His recovery time has been miraculous.
2 months after surgery,
literally miraculous,
Robbie was back on the court for his senior season.
My brain didn't know how to do something until it did it. Like, even stuff I knew how to do, like dribble a basketball, it took me one time, and then it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I finally learned, I figured out, like, maybe the second time, third time, what I was doing.
I would say he's ahead of the curve. He really is so fortunate. Someone was looking out for him.
Robbie's first game back, members of the community filled the bleachers of Liberty High School. to witness the miracle with their own eyes.
And this community came through with so much support, so much love, so much prayer.
Like when I made the first basket, since coming back, everyone went crazy.
They were chanting his name. Really made me feel good. That people actually love my son as much as we do.
God put us here for a reason. He wants us to do what we have to do. And he obviously wanted me to do something later on in life.
Whatever that may be, Robbie will continue on with just one goal in mind.
Take advantage of what I got back.
So doctors said the fact that it only took 8 hours from initial bleeding to brain surgery is the reason why he's able to walk today and just be alive and happy. And do you want to know what he said? The most difficult part about everything that's happened?
What is that?
He had to cut his hair. He had this afro growing since his freshman year. He was really upset about it.
You know, in terms of all the things that could have happened, I think cutting his hair wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't.
Thanks, Hon. So Robbie is our Be Human Inspirational Athlete this week. To nominate your favorite inspirational athlete, download the Be Human app in the App Store and use the tag Inspirational Athlete to share what makes your nominee so inspirational. Be Human is humanizing social media. Be Human, inspire, and be inspired.
Each week, South County Chrysler and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week Award. This week's Coach of the Week is Sean McKay from Sacred Heart Cathedral. The 8th-seeded Irish won the CCS Open Division title last week, upsetting the 1st, 4th, and 3rd seeds to win the title.
How about those Irish? Sean McKay, this week's U.S. Bank South County Chrysler Coach of the Week. Coming up, our first baseball game of the season as Mountain View takes on St. Francis.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Girls Basketball Power Rankings.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
High school sports builds character, builds communities, builds legacies, and Block Construction plays a big part in this, building state-of-the-art athletic facilities all around the Bay Area. With an unwavering commitment to teamwork, innovation, and quality workmanship, Block Construction places great value on dedication, performance, and successful outcomes. Block projects inspire excellence and are a place where memories and legacies are built. Block Construction, we care, we prepare, we perform.
Nice move, Vacco inside of the box, looking to make it 3-1. Vacco, what a goal! What a goal for San Jose! Vacco!
He can't. Oh my goodness, Wondolowski! There's the shot! Oh! Wow!
Hey, we're from Stewart Hall, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report. Yeah!
We are back at Levi Stadium with our first baseball game of the season with St. Francis hosting crosstown rival Mountain View.
Now, it may be spring season, but it was cold and windy and rainy. But the game was played at the Lancers home field this week.
The Mountain View Spartans getting ready to take on crosstown rival St. Francis. No score in the second. The Spartans with the runner at first. James Hoyt, a sharp single to center, but the Lancers, Peter Halpin with a strong throw to second to get the force. Nice play there. Runners at the corners for the Lancers in the second. Kevin Kamak chops it to second when the throw gets away. A run scores, 1-0 St. Francis Lancers. Still in the second inning, Cole Dunn at the plate. He sends a shot to center that drops in. Michael Leahy scores, 2-0 Lancers. The Spartans break through in the fourth. Runner at third as James Hoyt chops it on the infield. Hoyt beats the throw to first. He was very happy about that. Cox scores to make it 2-1 Lancers. The Lancers extend their lead with 4 runs in the fifth inning. Peter Halpin shooting it through the right side, scoring as Michael Leahy to give the Lancers a 6-1 lead. Great defense through the late innings. A terrific catch here and right for the Spartans, Kay Cox. And now in the top of the seventh, Mason Burke lays out in right field and makes a terrific catch of his own. Joey Schott gets the final 3 outs for St. Francis, who win it 6-1. The Lancers going to 3-0 on the season. 3 different Lancers with 2 hits in the game.
The Oakland Tech Bulldogs feeling good as they head into NorCal playoffs facing Cupertino. The Bulldogs off to a dominant start. McNeil's league hits for 3 and it's 11-0 OT. Jack Townsend for Cupertino working hard to cut the early deficit. Jack with the first 8 points of the game for the Pioneers. Jacob Harris with a cross-court pass to DeJohn Hale, who lays it in. It's 19-11, Bulldogs after 1. Townsend driving up the baseline. It's Skylar Santos to John Dewan, and Cupertino cuts the Bulldog lead to 2. Jacob Harris with a fantastic fadeaway here, and it's 29-26, Oakland Tech at halftime. Less than a minute left in the third. Harris driving to the rack, and he is so good at that. This was a hard-fought game. Townsend going around traffic, then straight to the hoop, and after 3 quarters, it's 42-40 Oakland Tech. 3.5 left to play, and we are tied. Townsend to Richard Yang, and Cupertino takes the 3-point lead. But on the other side, Timothy Thomas to Dean Soleil, who ties it up again. Less than 10 seconds left. Pioneers need just a field goal to tie it, but John Dewan says, nah, I'm just going to go for the win. And that, ladies and gents, is the game-winning shot. 56-55. Cupertino wins it and advances to the second round. Townsend with 22 points, Dewan with 19.
Once again this season, the San Jose Earthquakes and Valley Health Plan bring us the boys and girls soccer players of the week.
This week's boys soccer player of the week is Kalani Kosa-Rainsy from Berkeley High School. Kalani with 2 goals and an assist in the Jackets' NCS title win last week.
Our girls soccer player of the week is Ellie Osbeck from Carondelet. Ellie with 1 goal and 1 assist in the Cougars' NCS title win.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler game of the week as we feature the NorCal Soccer Final played on Saturday.
And Mission takes on St. Mary's in the NorCal Division 4 bracket next.
The Cordovas felt squeezed by their monthly loan payments, so Tri-Counties Bank home loan specialist Anna Poulin team looked to loosen things up. With suggestions from Anna, they were able to improve their credit scores to qualify for a refinancing solution that paid off their mortgage, car loan, and credit cards with a new lower rate reduced term home loan, cutting years off the original mortgage and lowering monthly payments by several $100s. Tight squeeze solved. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
Serino Group is committed to giving you the very best service when buying or selling a home, but we're also committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We are encouraged to see the good and uphold it. Serino Group has pledged to give 1% of our gross commissions to charitable and community groups making a positive difference. Serino Group has donated more than $2 million to these groups since the inception of the 1% for Good program in 2012. Go to our website to see the list of recipients. Serino Group, our community is your community.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine in Palo Alto, and I'm proud to support high school athletes on the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, Ed Graziani, a founding member of the Serino Group. I'm proud to support high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Always shoot from the side, touch and go.
One Hit Away Foundation is the only nonprofit in the country dedicated to brain healing and brain health resulting from sports-related concussions. We help athletes get better quicker and learn the benefits of brain health. Don't ignore a possible brain injury that can get worse over time if left untreated. Call One Hit Away today and find out what we can do for you, or go to our website at onehitaway.org.
One Hit Away Foundation is the only nonprofit organization in this country that provides education, support, and resources for brain healing and brain health for individuals, teams, and other organizations that may have athletes experiencing the effects of sports-related concussions.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare. Now time for the game of the week. Bellarmine looking to take home a NorCal title after falling just short last year. Blaze Strangio for the Bells on the breakaway. A defender tries to kick it away. Mario Briocio gets the rebound and the goal. Bellarmine takes the 1-0 lead into halftime. Second half here, Jesuits' Elijah Beverly feeds it to Chris Myers, and yes sirree, put it on the board. Myers' 20th goal on the season. Bellarmine trying to get that one back. Less than 2 minutes later, a slow roller across the field. Casey Jabe goes for the long shot, but it's just a bit high. Still 1-1 in the 68th minute. Gabby Martinez has the corner kick. A header by Jabe is blocked. Tate Hackett gets the carom, and Tate scores! The sophomore defender scoring his second goal of his career, and it wins Bellarmine a NorCal title. How about those Bellarmine Bells? And here they are, the NorCal champions of Bellarmine Bells! First up, we're talking to Tate first. Tate, you had the game winner, only a sophomore too. This is our MVP. Tate, this was huge. Talk about how you're feeling right now.
And I'm so excited. We're NorCal champs.
What did it take to get to this point?
A lot of hard work, practice, dedication, everything that goes into it. And now we're here. So this is what it's all about.
You're here and you did it. All right, we're talking to Sean Patel next. Sean, you guys are sporting some crazy hair. Talk about that. Whose decision was that?
Well, right before we won our Santa Barbara tournament, we all went to MVP's house over here, and to continue the team tradition, we put a little bleach in our hair, and this is how it turned out.
It turned out fantastic, guys. I think that was a very good decision. All right, last but not least, Blaze, your senior season is over. You end it with a win. Not many teams can say that, right? What will you miss most about this team?
I think I'll miss the brotherhood. Like, I've grown all 4 years with these guys, and they've just become my best friends at this point, and it's going to be so hard to leave
them. Blaze, so cute.
And Jack McCarthy's birthday. Also, quick shout out, it's Jack McCarthy's birthday today.
Yeah! Happy birthday, Jack! Happy birthday! All right, let's let these guys celebrate. These are the Bellarmine Bells. Guys, take us out. Thank you.
Go Bells on 3. 1, 2, 3, go Bells!
D4 quarterfinals has the 1-seeded St. Mary's Panthers taking on 8-seeded Mission Thursday night. St. Mary's in the lead, early good ball movement to find Edward Banks in the corner for the 3-ball to end the first 18-7 St. Mary's. Mission trying to keep it close. Andre Villarino hits nothing but net to cut the deficit to 6. St. Mary's doing what they do best, sharing the ball to find Leo Tilson in the corner. Leo for 3-0, 36-26 Panthers at the half. To the third now, Banks at the top of the key, hits his third 3 of the night, 45-28 St. Mary's. Mission comes back. Ben Knight all over the court. Look at the steal here, then rushing into the lane for the lay-in. Even the fans gotta love that one. It's a 12-point deficit, but then the Bears tie it up and pull ahead. The floater in the lane and one for Knight, 54-51 Mission. What a comeback. We head to the fourth. Jerron Torno for 3 to give the Bears a 6-point lead, and the fans were pretty happy about that one. No one can stop Knight as he brings it in for another lay-in. It's now 71-67 Mission. Knight hits all of his free throws late for the Bears, and they win it 75-72. An incredible comeback victory for Mission to move on to the next round of NorCal's. Ben Knight with an amazing game. 29 points for the senior as the 8th seed gets the upset, winning by 3.
Haley Jones and the number 1 seeded Monarchs taking on the 4th seeded Salesian Pride in the Open NorCal semifinals. Good defense from both teams early on. Anya McNichols flies in for the big denial. Then on the other side, it's Angel Jackson saying, "Not up in here." Second quarter, the Pride jump ahead. Angel Galbraith dishes it to Michaela Edwards, and the senior is just getting started. Here's our NCS Girls Basketball Player of the Year, Angel Jackson, nailing the jumper to give the Pride a 5-point lead at halftime. Third quarter, Haley Jones passes across court to Charlize Andaya. She drives in and finds Jones under the net for 2. The Monarchs take the lead with less than 3 minutes left in the third. Jones drives in and 1. Midi up by 4. Fourth quarter, Edwards making some key shots for the Pride from the top of the key. Money. Salesian takes a 2-point lead, but the Monarchs answer back. 6 minutes left to play. Marley Lange fires and hits for 3 to give Midi the 34-33 lead, but Edwards is brilliant beyond the arc mark. Watch her senior free up a shot, and a nice sidestep there. Her 5th 3 on the night, and Salesian holds on for the big upset over the Midi Monarchs. Edwards coming up big.
Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Aiden Velasquez from Branham High School. Aiden does so much great volunteer work, but really enjoys dedicating his time to working with people with disabilities. Aiden says his favorite volunteer work is teaching kids who are physically and mentally handicapped how to play soccer through the organization Top Soccer. Aiden says it's important to volunteer because it doesn't just benefit those who are receiving the help.
No matter who it is, volunteering gives you a greater purpose in life. If you're going to be on this earth, you should find a way at least to help out the people around you, because we're all humans. We should try and build each other up in any way possible. So that's why I volunteer. That's my reason for doing it.
Coming up, back to the baseball diamond for Palo Alto and Willow Glen.
And the season with Pinewood girls basketball. Will the season continue, or will the girls see defeat in the NorCal playoffs? We'll see next.
Back at Levi Stadium with baseball action from the Mike Hazlitt tournament. This game featuring Willow Glen from the Mount Hamilton division and Palo Alto from the De Anza division.
Both teams coming off outstanding seasons last year and looking to prove their worth this week in the game played at Palo Alto High School on Wednesday. The Palo Alto Vikings taking the field, hosting Willow Glen in the Mike Hazlitt tournament. Vikings load the bases in the top of the first. Kyle Mostafizita takes ball 4, and Josh Kasevich comes in to score 1-0 Pally. Willow Glen looking to answer back in the bottom half, but pitcher Dean Casey gets a batter to chase for strike 3. The Vikings add on in the second. Xander Darby sends one to right center for a base hit. Ritter Armsbaugh scores, and it's 2-0 Pally. The Rams get one back in the bottom half. Ryan Davis lines it to left, and that one's going to roll a while. Arthur Jones comes home. It's 2-1 Vikings after 2. But Pally answers back in the 4th. Paul Fye grounds one through the infield. Hyun Woo Ro races in to score. It's 3-1 Vikes after 4. Pally pads their lead in the 5th. Mostafizita ropes a single to right. Kasevich scores, and it's 4-1 Pally. Vikings add on later in the inning. The throw to third gets away. That allows Tyler Fong to cross the plate. 5-1. Palo Alto leads it. Armsbaugh keeps the line moving with a sharp liner down the left field line for a base hit. Mostafizita comes home, and Palo Alto gets their first win of the season over Willow Glen. 7-1 the final 5 with a 3-hit game. We've been following the Pinewood girls basketball team all season long, and now the girls have made it all the way to the NorCal finals.
Oh my goodness, lots of pressure on these girls. A loss now would mean an end to the season. There is no second chance. The season with Pinewood girls basketball is brought to you by Morgan Manos Shepler, your trusted Peninsula real estate agent, and by Chef Chu's, a Peninsula favorite for tempting innovative Chinese cuisine since 1970. Pinewood senior captains start the NorCal playoff week with a video shoot for their 49ers Cal High Sports Report Coast Scholar Athletes of the Year Award. It's all fun and smiles, but Clara Estrom is nursing an injured foot and Hannah Jump is nursing a bad ankle.
Oh, I say it?
2 days later, there are no more laughs as the mood in the Pinewood meeting room is serious. There are no pre-game giggles tonight. The Panthers are meeting a St. Mary's of Stockton team that is much taller and bigger than the Little Panthers. St. Mary's will start with 3 players, 5'11" or taller. The Panthers will start 3 players no taller than 5'5".
And this is the typical thing. When people walk in the gym, they're going to look at that team, and what are they going to say? What the, oh my God, look at the size of those girls.
The Panthers also have their 2 stars, Hannah Jump and Clara Astrom, nursing sprained ankles, but they will play.
$9, please.
The crowd begins to arrive, including Annika Decker's mom and little sister. There will be a big crowd with a tense atmosphere, knowing this will be the final game of the season for one of these teams. The game is close for the first 2 minutes, then Pinewood takes over. The display of offensive precision is a spectacle to watch. Caitlin Leung scores, then Clara Astrom dives into the lane, beating the defense. Astrom hits a cutting Hannah Jump, who beats her defender, and the Panthers are winning the battle on the boards, with this offensive rebound leading to another jump bucket. The Panthers use their quickness to get baskets close to the rim. The 5'3" Leung has a huge game for Pinewood, exasperating the St. Mary's coach. Leung again using her quickness to score in the paint. The Panthers are playing their best half of the season. An incredible sight with the Little Panthers pouring it on against their much bigger opponent. St. Mary's adjusts to the inside play, opening up the three-point shot, and Pinewood takes advantage. Astrom nailing the three for a 31-15 second quarter lead. Then Astrom underneath with a pump fake for another easy two. Inside and out, the Panthers continue to grow their lead. Courtney Thompson continues her sharpshooting with a corner three. With time running out in the half, the Panthers on the break. Thompson hits Leung, capping off an amazing half with Pinewood leading 42-19.
You've sliced and diced them up, all right? The back doors, perfect. The trap handling, perfect. Stay aggressive, all right? Take them out of the game now, all right? 1, 2, 3, compete.
Much of the same in the third. Hannah Jump hits 2 early third quarter threes to extend the lead to 25. Clara Astrom drives hard to the basket, the Panthers maintaining a lead of around 25 points throughout the second half. Courtney Thompson's three early in the fourth gives Pinewood a 61-38 lead, but moments later, Annika Decker rolls her left ankle, fighting for a loose ball. Annika leaves the game as the third Panthers starter to suffer a sprained ankle this week. Meantime, the Panthers finish off the win, Caitlin Leung finishing with a career-high 23 points. It's now Decker's turn to recover quickly in time for the next game in just 3 days. Annika consoles her little sister, sad to see her big sister in pain. All in all, an emotional win for Pinewood.
Congratulate yourself. Enjoy the moment. Know that that will never be better than that.
The Panthers travel back to Concord seeking revenge against the team that beat them in January. At Carondelet, it's a taping clinic. Annika Decker will play despite her sprained ankle just 3 days ago. Pinewood sending lots of fans to make their girls feel at home. The Panthers set the tone early with stingy defense and this Caitlin Leung three. Clara Astrom and her teammates used their quickness to lose defenders and dash to the basket all night long. Hannah Jump comes up with a step-back three for the Pinewood Panthers. Hannah Jump with a big game on both sides of the ball for Pinewood. Carondelet keeping it tight as Annie Bonderer nails the three there. It was a close game throughout the first. Time winding down in the first, Astrom for three, beating the buzzer and giving her team a 4-point lead after one. Annika Decker getting praise for her courageous performance.
All right, you're doing a great job. It's great to have you playing. It's awesome. Defensively, you're doing a great job. You know their stuff. Now we take it from here.
Second quarter, and again, the Panthers' quickness just too much for the bigger defenders. Leung lays it in here. Then Leung again, and the foul, and the Panthers build a 10-point lead. In the third, the Panthers go to Astrom time and again, and Clara just blows by her defender for two, and they stay with it. Astrom once again, it's 35-24 Pinewood late in the third, and the Pinewood fans are sensing a win. Look here as Leung driving against two bigger defenders and a reverse lay-in. That's a great play. And when Courtney Thompson hits a corner three, the Panthers can smile and let the celebration begin as Pinewood wins it 51-39. They give some love to their big fan section. The Panthers to face Salesian in the title game next week. So the girls get two big wins this week. Very exciting, and now head on to the NorCal title game coming up on Tuesday. The winner there then goes on to state.
Hopefully they'll make it to states for a second year in a row.
That would be amazing. All right, remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
Be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and on Instagram. Give us a thumbs up on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube page. That's where you can find and share all of the highlights and features you see on the show every week. And go to our Instagram story right now for a chance to win this Richard Sherman signed mini helmet.
I can't win that?
You can't. You're not eligible.
All right, but somebody will. We have a winner from last week's contest. Nate Zavaleta is the winner of the snapback hat.
And Nate says, go Acorns.
The Live Oak guy. Yeah. All right, coming up, the NCS Walk Construction Blockbuster game as Miramonte takes on Bishop O'Dowd.
Then it's the boys from O'Dowd taking on Logan next.
Luxury real estate is far more than a transaction. It's about living the life you deserve. Morgan Manos Shepler with McGuire Real Estate knows a commitment at this level requires a rock-solid relationship with experts who truly understand each local community. Go to Morgan's website to learn more about available homes for sale, read Morgan's client testimonials, and request a complimentary home valuation. With Morgan's proven track record for success, her clients enjoy a complete concierge service experience from start to finish. Because anything is possible when you have the right agent.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
The Rikus Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
It's here!
It's here.
Love is in the air in South County of Gilroy and South County of Marin. We've got the biggest Wrangler sales event ever. You won't believe your eyes and definitely will not believe the price. It's crazy, insane, unheard of. New 2018 Wranglers with $5,000 off MSRP. Over 150 Wranglers in stock. 2 doors, 4 doors, it doesn't matter. You pick it, you drive it, you like it, you take it anywhere. Prices don't matter, people do at South County of Gilroy and South County of Marin. Drive a little, save a lot.
The NorCal Division I bracket for the girls has 2 of the Bay Area's very best teams meeting in the quarterfinals this week. Miramonte earning the 5th seed and Bishop O'Dowd earning the 4th seed.
The 2 teams meeting on Thursday with the winner moving on and the loser going home. The game is our second block instruction blockbuster game, and our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
I'm here at Laney College as Miramonte and Bishop O'Dowd face off in an intense rematch. The last game was for the NCS title, this one for the second round of NorCals. The Dragons feeling pretty good after upsetting the Mats to capture the section title. Sophomore Kennedy Johnson led the team with 32 points and 12 rebounds. For Miramonte, it'll be sharpshooting guards Mia Mastrop and Rebecca Welsh, the Mats' 2 leading scorers. The winner will advance to the NorCal semifinals. It's Miramonte and Bishop O'Dowd in our blockbuster game. The Dragons come out on top. Freshman Amaya Bonner taking this one all the way to the rack to give BOD a 4-point lead. The Mats battle back. Here's Mia Mastraw with some nice moves and fingertip finish. Miramonte ends the first with a 2-point lead. Jenna Kilty heating up for O'Dowd in the second quarter. She gets a pass from Jada Holland and drains the 3. Shortly after, Kilty hits another from beyond the arc to pull the Dragons up 34-23. Kilty hit 3 long balls in the second. Back from the half, watch Mastrov sneak a hand in the passing lane to force the turnover. Mastrov finishing with the layup. BOD moving the ball well. It's Bonner to Kayla Hankins to Kennedy Johnson, who hits nothing but net. BOD up by 11, but don't count the Mats out. Mastrop hits Aaron Chirasso in the corner, and Miramonte ties this game 48 all at the start of the 4th. But BOD stands tall. Watch Kennedy rip the ball away. She heads to the rack for 2. The Dragons closing the door with a 24-2 run in the 4th quarter. Lexi Love drives the lane and kicks it out to Johnson. Money. Bishop O'Dowd advances to the semifinals with a 22-point win over Miramonte. Kennedy talks strategy after the big win.
We knew that they were going to compact more since a lot of our shots were inside the paint last game. So we wanted just to spread out our offense, look at our post, get a mismatch, and for us to just go up strong.
In Oakland with our blockbuster game, I'm Chiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The O'Dowd boys team making the trip out to Union City, facing James Logan in the D1 semis. Gabriel Hawkins to Malcolm Stedman, 4-3, 14-13 Logan after 1. O'Dowd staying in striking distance in the second. Ryzen Norris dishes it to Brendan Patrick, who dribbles past the defender, laying it in. Then it's William Chavarin taking the pass from Patrick on the fast break and getting the circus shot to go as both teams head into the locker room tied at 30. The Colts start the third on fire. Brett Thompson with a great dish to his brother, Brajon Thompson, who shoots and scores from the corner. O'Dowd answers back though. Monty Bowser kicks it to Patrick, who drills from deep. 50-48 BOD after 3, but the Colts continue their offense in the fourth. Brett Thompson with the bounce pass to Stedman, who draws contact and lays it in for the and 1. Then Hawkins passes to Brajon Thompson, who makes it splash from way downtown. The Colts put the finishing touches later on in the quarter. Brett Thompson over to Hawkins, who gets the lay-in and the foul. He was pumped about that one. James Logan takes the 73-61 victory. They'll face Branson next Tuesday for the NorCal title. Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor Brianne Bruschke from the San Ramon Valley basketball team. Brianne with a perfect 4.0 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker thanks its many generous donors for making it a great night at Harker's 125th anniversary gala. Performances included over 130 students. The party was held in Harker's new Rothschild Performing Arts Center and new athletic center in the Eagles Zhang Gym. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Coming up, NCS baseball action as Amador Valley hosts Liberty.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for boys basketball.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Drive a little, save a lot. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer.
And I'm Keith Andrew.
And we are both brokers with Serino Group. Many of you will remember legendary football coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband, who was a champion of high school sports. And together, Keith and I support high school sports in our Bay Area.
Back at Levi Stadium with action from NCS baseball as the Liberty Lions coming off an NCS playoff season and looking to battle for a Bay Valley League title this year.
Right, and the Lions taking on Amador Valley this week. The Dons making it to the NCS Division I quarterfinals last year and are also looking to battle for a league title in the very tough East Bay League. The 2-0 Dons hosting Liberty Friday afternoon. We head back out to the Diamond with Amador Valley hosting Liberty, home half of the first. It's rolled over to Cody McDermott, who dives for it and gets the out, but Joey Batalega comes in to score 1-0 Dons. So in the first, Justin Warner with a base hit up the middle. That brings home Jacob Stinson, and the Dons score twice more. It's a 3-0 lead. 2 outs now, still in the first, and a fly ball to shallow left in foul territory, and a great diving grab from Liberty's Cameron Brossard. But Amador also wants to get in the Web Gem action. Third inning, Joey Batalega makes an unbelievable diving grab. Fast forward to the fifth, Batalega can also swing a hot stick. He goes oppo gapper. Batalega comes in sliding for a triple, but the ball knocks off of him and rolls out of play, and the Dons get their 4th run of the game. But the Lions come back in the 6th. Jacob Hicks with a fly ball toward the outfield that falls in, bringing home Casey Vogan, and Liberty now trails by just 1. The Lions looking to capitalize with this base hit up the middle, and just when you think Liberty's going to tie this game, Nick Maestas comes up with a game-saving arm, gunning down the runner at the plate. A little trouble with the celebration, but that's okay. Amador Valley goes on to win it. 4-3 was the final, their 3rd straight victory to start the season. The Sequoia Cherokees finished off a great season this year.
The girls celebrating their fantastic season by chatting with Shanberries from 99.7 now at the Rikus Center this week.
We're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved.
Hey, it's Shan from 99.7 now, here with the ladies of the Sequoia Girls basketball team. That's what I'm talking about, ladies. I got to give it up to you guys. You had 2 veteran coaches that returned last year. You guys are now champions. How does it feel to win, and what do those coaches mean to you guys?
Well, we had a really good season. We work hard every day at practice. We're really happy with the results, but, you know, it doesn't end here. And, you know, Peaky and Mike have done a lot for us. So.
I can see that. You guys never gave up, and especially you, Talita. You had an amazing game against Palo Alto. What do you think you could attribute that amazing game to?
It all leads back to the team and, like, the amount of effort and, like, love and support we all show towards each other, especially in practice, pushing each other. And I guess that, like, also ties back to our coaches and, you know, all the time and the effort they put aside from practices to go out and scout all these teams and, like, come back and help us, like, again, perfect our, like, defense and all that.
Congratulations. I love that. And I love to end with traditions. Tell me some of those Sequoia Girls basketball traditions.
Some traditions that we do, we have like little traditions we do before. We always do the same exact warm-ups, and our coaches, they write our names on like water bottles, and it's like really special because every day like we go to the game and then we know our water bottles are there. And then we do this cheer that we came up as a team, and we do that before we go to the bench.
You guys are doing it. You guys are champions. I'm Shan from 99.7 now. You can catch me every morning on the Fernando and Greg Show, 6 to 10 a.m. and then 10 to 2. Give it up for the champions, the girls of the Sequoia Girls basketball team.
Family on me, family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Family! DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a playing game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Mission Bears, pulling off the upset to make it to the semifinals. Everyone's super happy. Ben Knight getting hoisted in the air. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Regis Center.
I'm Andrew Havili. Today's training tip is hip mobility. So we're going to do a couple exercises. Ziggy's going to have one knee on a cushion, tuck his pelvis, keep his ribs down, and bring the whole body forward as one unit. You'll get a pull in this hip flex. So hit about 10 each side. After that, he'll put his hands on the floor, move his leg off to the side like a lateral lunge, and then push his hips back towards his heel. And this will get that inner thigh groin area.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a very cool pair of headphones, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi Stadium, Monday, May 20th.
First off, we'll show you some very good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
Up first, Mason Burke from St. Francis with a great diving catch, but Cameron Brossard from Liberty had an even greater catch. Nice job, Cameron. Zane Duckett from St. Joe's beating the halftime buzzer. That was a great shot. Then it's Caitlin Leung from Pinewood. She gets the bucket with so much contact. But the Play of the Week goes to Michaela Edwards from Salesian in the quarterfinals. A catch and shoot 3 from deep to beat the buzzer and put her team on top in the fourth. Michaela Edwards from Salesian with the Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week to meet our Players of the Year for the winter season and state championship games. You won't want to miss it. See you next week.